own loved ones. What if I can't forget her. She left and will never return. As it happens, yes. Are you hooking something on the feeder? And hello at the feeding trough. Some plane is flying on the feeding trough. Aaliyah the dog on maggots. I feel like I'm somewhere. I'm sitting at the airport. Kajuga, who is saddened by wars. Where are you yourself? And these Canadians are progressing with us. At our place, wherever you go in Kuban, there's the shitty Canadian everywhere. All channels are filled with Canadian. The whole Kuban is filled with this Canadian. They fall for everything. Even on boiled carrots. Dog. And it looks like I already have a fish sitting there. I'll go and have a look. Long live. Says when he films something. The most delicious crucian carp. The frying pan is like this. Small but mighty, as they say. The size of a palm, actually. Awesome thing. Off fins on all sides. Because it's a little dog. Definitely a little dog. This is how it will be in the garden. It often happens. And then you can't pull it out and the fish pond starts to tear. Well, by the way, it's very tasty in the fish soup. Here are about 10 of these fish, and the fish soup will be really awesome. You can also add 5 crucian carp. Just clean the guts of shit. I'll just clean it up, then cook through cheesecloth. It's awesome. But we'll talk about that later. And in general, there is a lot of water in Kuban. We searched a lot too. It takes a very long time to get up in Kuban. This is third place, which we were able to find today. To go fishing. By the way, the weather today is very good, plus 25. Approximately June month. There are almost no mosquitoes. By the way, this is the same place. Once I filmed for several years. Back about how I was cooking in a garbage dump, and this place is just that. I can say that nothing has changed. I'll show you later. Well, here's a healthy poplar. And what is happening in this poplar tree and who lives there? Lives and exists. And here's a fucking scar. But this is some kind of point. I see nothing has changed at all. Given that I emphasize that we are, well, in a settlement, it's a village. You can see the houses over there. That is, nothing like that. Supernatural. That is, take it with you and throw it away. No, why do that? Yes, as they say. Why? Here is a fight, there is a fight. There's a mess here. Now, let's see what kind of shit this is. I'm in this place, by the way. I went fishing several times. I once cooked Sherpa. Was resting. And what is the result? In the end, hello again. I'm just interested in plastic. Yes, well, you can burn it. Well, you don't want to burn it and take it with you. That is, there was enough brains. I emphasize again, probably. My words which I repeat quite often. That you had enough brains. Bring this with you. Most people come by car. Bring with them. And what is the result? Or is it your high beam that's screaming? This is a distant scream. Yes! Why did you come running here? Horse! Here is a horse. But in fact, there are 2 more steps down here. And water probably plus 3 meters. 4, I think this is really a lot for Kuban. Just over a lot. That many places. It just spilled. And there is nowhere to stand. As I have heard several times under my comments. Well, like, oh yeah, you're the asshole there. You're a dick 5th 10th. Well, if you think I'm an asshole. Look, there's a garbage bag. That is, despite the fact that you collect someone else's trash here. Which is just lying here on the shore. That is, you sit here to have fun and relax. To go fishing in, as they say. Well, have a nice rest. And at the same time you start, first pick up someone's trash. And then, accordingly, the rest begins. And it really gets me really worked up at times. Yeah, what did you catch? Crucian carp. Look at the good crucian carp. This is a crucian carp. Yes, this is the water that went into the house for the maggots, exclusively on maggots. Actually, I am a year. I haven't been fishing for exactly a year. And get off because I remember it's called Paternoster. She is recommended. Very many. And with the current and against the current and under the current and in general. That is, we have a really strong current now. You can see it right on the swimsuit. But the quality is really strong. But we are sitting on the return line. And my leash is probably about 20 meters long. And here he doesn't play. That's how it is on the current. But still floats smoothly with the flow. It turns out that the feeder is like that. That is, it washes out of it and picks up accordingly. On this leash, the mosquitoes are really annoying. In general, the food supply here is very good thanks to exactly when the feeder. In front, let's say yes, there is a leash. Behind him and downstream, this whole business gets richer. Another moment like this, what many when they say that. Oh, no need to overfeed the fish. Everything else, all this is nonsense. The more you feed, the more fish accordingly. This is a long-known fact, and there have been so many different fishing trips already, and on still water and on canals and here on the river, have already been through this. The more you feed, the more effects you get. That's why feed. There is no such thing as too little, but this is my personal opinion. That's why many channels to watch. Let's say Alexei's channels are Yakubovich's Paternostov, where he also constantly tells how much he is, makes feeding. When did you do your tricks? Is happening. Bait, yes, he catches exclusively mainly on a feeder. Sports feeder. There is a channel I Live on Earth, where Sasha also talks a lot there. By the way, about the Tver feeding trough, where they tell about different types of fishing, also fish in different conditions, as well as predators and everything else. Here's the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing is that I don't look at the camera. Yes, I don't like to look at the camera or at people. I'm afraid. What camera would people And the most interesting thing, what I have here is the Tverskaya feeding trough, which is the second one, but it's purely bottom dwelling, and here in Kuban it is difficult to catch it, and not always. It really does catch on. It all seems to depend on the mood of the fish, because the fish were caught as usual yesterday and tomorrow. Here he exclusively catches in the Tver region. He catches on. Is lard his bait or foam? I don't have any lard or foam today, so basically picking up this corn. But the corn doesn't want to take it at all. No way today. The dung worm really took priority. A banal dung worm, and here it is. The more complimentary food, the better. So these are the pies. In the shadow of the belly, yes indeed. Yes, after 30, the metabolism of course became slow down very much. Regarding fishing in Kuban, you can also add that. It's caught here. What is caught is what can be caught. Or what happens catch. And in Astrakhan, you can catch what you want. Really catch. When you get tired of sitting on the fishing rod you put on, let's say a spoon 2-0 or A0 there. Just like that you walk along the shore. SMY. And it bites like this. We are biting like this. Yes, that's how it is. That's how it bites. By the way, I was telling you this is Tverskaya feeding trough. Here she is. This is Sasha. I live on Earth. You can see it here. How does he catch on such feeders? He mainly catches bream, of course, and really big bream, kilogram. Very specific, by the way. He has a delicious recipe for bream with garlic. Now I'll put it in the garden and tell you my thoughts. I'll drop it later. And wash your hand even afterwards. So that's what I wanted to say. Regarding that, very unique things are happening behind the scenes. Exciting actions, I won't say which one. Ha ha! Why ruin the shot? Ha ha! Here. About fishing again. I'll wipe my hand anyway. Fishing in Kuban, manage, no need for help. Ha ha! Yes, everything is fine. Yes, indeed, Kuban. Over the years, it becomes very poor in fish. Although, well, sometimes pike perch, chikoni and Krushin carp are caught. And well, they say. In Curly, you Petrovna. Yes, yes. I need to check. Well, I'm a sturgeon. I doubt that there is, of course. And maybe there is, but it's really very difficult to catch. So yes, Kuban is very poor in for fish, and so you really have to catch what you get. That's why it's cool to go to Astrakhan. But it's 1,100 kilometers. It's 16 hours of travel one way without stops. But it's really hard. But it's worth it. But you need to go there at least on day 5-7. There is a video on the channel about how I drove. And why did you live on the shore for a week? On the shore. Astrakhan somewhere there, Komizak district, conditionally. I'm there if I don't remember. Well, not really, and there you really catch what you want. You come in and sit down, and you take out your fishing rod and you have roaches caught. You're catching something. What is really cool, at night bream is caught there. There are different fish there during the day. Let's say you're tired of fishing. For a calm tackle, you take a spinning rod. You go out on a boat somewhere on the mile, somewhere the water is warmer. You get the pike, and there really are such good examples. I think this is our last time. At 15, when we were in 14th and the pike was like this. I think it was probably about 5 kilograms, but some parasites spoiled it and decided to fry the fillet, and it generally dried out and tasted. None, but I have a feeling that there is something in the back. Someone got behind me there, fuck bait runner. I can almost hear it. That's basically it. In fact, there's a lot to say about fishing. There are a lot of nuances in mouth. I'll probably continue fishing for now. This is the time here. 6 p.m. sunset. And right now you can still catch some fun. When it really bites, well, not like from a machine gun, but it bites. Yes, it's getting dark after all. And mosquitoes began to appear. Well, what should we do? By the way, who might be asking what I use for mosquitoes? Well, Gardex hasn't gone for advertising yet. By the way, there is a cool thing. It's called Taiga. It costs less and has more effect. And Gardex Green is also available. Spray it on the skin, no questions asked. That is, no Genya, nothing. But there is Gardex Extreme. I think it's red. I'll tell you right away that you can get burns. Just like that, 2 times in. Have already experimented. I had to wash myself with soap and everything else, so it's better not to experiment. By the way, this is the coolest thing ever. When do you come fishing? Then take some kind of garbage bag. Take all my things, let's say, are just a change of clothes, so-called. You're spraying. You fill it with something, some of your own, to taste, let's say. Ha ha! On salt, sugar, and vinegar. With these spices. And now the clothes are completely soaked. All the material is soaked. Everything is there, for example, for the night. Yes, let's say to put it before fishing. It's cool. Awesome. But this is something to spray every time. Well, really. Does not produce such a pleasant effect. Because. Well, that's because. And when often. Especially now it will be 25 in Krasnoyarsk Krai. I mean in terms of temperature. And when will it be now? Mid-June, July. When will be 30, 35 and this is sweating sitting. Yes, this is what you will wipe yourself with. Accordingly all this will be. All this crap will be. Passed over the face and will be. A completely different effect and absolutely no pleasantness. That's why. This is food for thought for you. What a beauty, yes! And those who say that fishing is shit, they are wrong. Go out the window and look. What's going on in the world? As the classic said, at home go outside and see what's going on in the world. I'll have to stuff in the swear words. Bye bye bye. Past. Listen here. Commentators want to hear the answer. Why do you go fishing? Or why do you go fishing to take your soul away? Gain energy, so that later at work. Ha ha, yes yes, how are you like the damned doing this, yes? Ha ha ha. So that I can last until retirement? Damn it. Well, learn what pensions are in our wonderful country. The age has been raised to critical. You may not live to see it. Oh yeah, learn what else are you smoking in. You'll have to cover your cigarettes according to the new standards. On YouTube. Then in general. So get going. Gather strength to raise the country from its knees. How are you almost on your knees now? And me too. So that's why we're going there. Let's get on our knees so that we can raise the country from its knees. This is the topic of alcohol again. What do you think? These 2 people are sober today. Or did we drink? Yes. In my opinion, sober, yes. We are neither sober nor drunk. We replenish our health. We have it, so come on out. And boost your immunity. But the coronavirus doesn't stick to us like that. Like these mosquitoes here. These mosquitoes are flying up. They're dying in the coronavirus too. And you can also add such an interesting note that some people think, should I take vodka with me when fishing? Yes, of course I'll take it. And what to do with it? Yes, I somehow record a video about it. That I am against alcohol. Yes, I'm against it. But sometimes it is necessary. Well, that person won't lie. Yes, sing. But in moderation, it is correct. The main thing is not to drown later. But here you see how Russians work. To rest. And drink accordingly to health. Well, how could we do without it? The evening promenade continues. Ha ha. We'll see. There's an interesting gear here called a pacifier. I don't know why, really, but let's consider its name correct. Well, let's see the outcome. As far as I remember, there was corn there. Look at this sunset. Yeah, it's amazing. Why did you go fishing? What to do there? Feed the mosquitoes? Yes. Not only mosquitoes. Look at the Crucian carp, yes. Ooh. What's your favorite phrase there about the horns? This is how we live. That's how we catch. Caracal. Well, there's more you can say. Well, here's the gear, called a pacifier in common parlance. Some kind of loaded cork. Inside it is filled with bait accordingly and... yes, 2 leashes with hooks. Well, I don't know here. 12th probably, although from which side to count foo damn, hands mosquitoes gnaw me dogs. Well, yes, it's caught, well you see. It's getting dark, so the bite has started accordingly. Ha ha lays down 2 hooks says or lays down, as my dad says. They put it in their pants. Well, that's how it gets clogged. This is such a yummy thing. Per centimeter. Is pulled out. For bait raise. We hook Shikoradze. Here. Speak, let's stick it in. Chick NYTS bone NYTS. Second take, 2, pull out. Corn. If those who fish at sea, usually this approximate tackle is called fantomas. As far as I remember, yes, approximately. Only there the bread is mixed in such a specific way. Some dough. There are about 5 hooks in the container. Yes, probably in a circle. Well, only on such a river. It doesn't work well on the current. It's standing. We take everything. We raise. Now I'll be thrown in too, along with Nastia. With Nastia will throw me. Nastia, where are you throwing it in? But up Baltic. Oh. The sunsets are getting more and more beautiful every day. Every minute straight, these are generally high quality. As it says to me. My friend Yura is high quality. Well, there are modes here, while you switch on the camera. For now, bye-bye. This is where the person started to bite. We spent the whole day today relaxing and sitting, and towards evening something really shot through me. I think you're still pulling this line. About Crucian carp, in my opinion, we are watching. Yes. Well done. And if the Crucian carp fell, that in our common people is called bony, but in the planet if he left as he fell into the water, that means bony. Yes, here is Karasakov we catch. Fried good Crucian carp, by the way, here is 1, 2 per frying pan. Awesome stuff actually. Most likely it is. Maybe with a heavy rod, yes. See, here is such a good fried Crucian carp fried. It will definitely fall now. And if it falls into the water, then he's bony anyway. On maggots. Now someone will say that you are a piece of horse meat. You fish with a feeder and don't even clip. Yes, guys, I fish the way I want and the way I know how to fish. Not that as I was taught there by various Russian world champions. Is there anyone else there? I really catch as it turns out and I don't even teach anyone and I don't want to. I actually have enough fishing like this. And catch your 5 to 10 Crucians. I think it's just for fun. And why more if I want to eat fish? I'll probably actually go to the store and buy this fish they gave me to the market and fried someone there. Cooked ears and everything. Here, yes, it really is a pleasure. That is, some small ones. I release the caught fish accordingly. There are small ones, for example, like these, our river whiskey, and further as if the breeds are called poaching theme and offshore fishing. The band is also such a fine line, and still I count the people who catch. Really, like me, an example, generally on one hook. Well, I have a whole bunch of fishing rods with me, but I only catch 2. And it's enough for me to catch a fish once every 15 minutes and I have enough to really enjoy myself. That is, I want to go, just to catch enough. Yes, Astrakhan is really enough for me to just or go to the canal, like that's enough. 1 feeder or 1 float rod in general, with 1 or 2 hooks, and you catch it and really enjoy it. When the fish is just like that 1 for 1 here. In principle, I don't need this at this stage. I don't want to either. These are industrial things, they're of no use. That is, I'm talking about poaching again, that people who usually, let's call it classic fishermen, they will never be harmful to nature, but I say there are individuals who are like that. Yes, regarding the outer side of the coin, yes, I'll show you. Showed what a shitty place this place is. There are individuals who don't want to simply clean up after yourself, but as for fishing, I say, well, everyone caught something there. Well, 5-10 fish. Fried, boiled, years and everything. And that is the next fishing trip. At best it will be in a month, or even in a few months, because most people work 5 days a week. And not everyone has the opportunity. Go fishing. And so accordingly, call them poachers. I actually can't help but say they are so cute. They catch the news there. Exactly those who are engaged in prey or prey. Yes, they really are. You can call them poachers. It's just not called that. How to say legalized poaching, because that's their main type of activity. Here we are slowly getting there. As they say, twilight and moose. Now we'll start getting out the flashlights and light to feel more comfortable. Yes, now the bite won't be as intense. That is, just this hour and a half approximately. When the sun starts to set, the bite starts. Activate bud. Now when the sun sets closer. And what is closer? Canadian dream. And now his opportunity will be to catch him. Much higher it will be active, and right up until the morning. But I don't think so, that we will sit here until the morning, because. Well, there is something. Small crucian carp. Karosik by Karosik. Well, there are probably 20 of these things. 25 maybe, and 30 didn't count. And even less are caught. Flats, well, we throw them out. There's nothing to even take. And they say that people are poachers, yes. And here is the whole catch. You sit there for a day and the catch is like this. That is, not herself. Not one chiwani, nothing. Oops, there is. Yes, more decently, actually. A more decent crucian carp. And also dirty. Bony by any means. Bony crucian carp. He'll come by while I'm picking him up. The water dropped just today. Half a meter exactly. Does this car send him to hell? Crucian carp as usual. Hey, I think I'm on the second one too. One more. I say Crucian carp here is lava. I don't want to yeah.